Yes, you read that correctly. I have 12 numbers on this one phone. Now, if you'd like to learn why I have 12 numbers on one phone, or if you'd like to figure out how you can get 12 numbers on one phone for yourself, then you've come to the right place. Now, before we get into it, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, but let's hop right into it. All right, guys, the first thing you want to do is hop over to Google. Now, before we get started, I want to let you know the reason why I have 12 phone numbers is because I'm in real estate wholesaling and I do a lot of cold calling. So when you're cold calling, you want to keep your numbers fresh. You don't want to have them, hot numbers, meaning that they'll be spammed. They'll be flagged for a spam caller, right? So if you're calling, it'll be flagged as a spam call if you've been calling with the same number for so long. So every once in a while, you want to just switch up your numbers or have like about 3 or 4 numbers that you kind of just go in between. That way you don't always use the same number and you space it out over time. So that's what it's called, keeping your numbers fresh. Now, if you're in a real estate wholesaling process, you are definitely, you could benefit from doing what I'm about to show you right here. But also, like I said, if you're in anything, like you can literally use the same thing. Now, I'm not going to take you guys through the whole app today, but I'm going to show you enough information to where you can decide if this will be useful for you. So now that you're at Google, what you would do is type in CallRail, right? Now, when you type in CallRail, it'll bring you here. Now, this is I'm already logged in, right? So this is me logged in, and this is how it looks when you're logged in and you've already got started, right, with the process. So I've already been started with the process. These are 3 numbers popping up. These 2 numbers are more active than this number. And yes, so this is what you guys is going to see. And I'm going to show you just a small bit of it because I'm not trying to keep I'm going to have to keep covering stuff up my numbers. All right, so as you can see, you got everything to the right side of your screen. These are going to be your contacts. Now, the beautiful thing, what I love about CallRail is that you can record each phone call, right? So I want you guys to make sure you stick around to the end of this video because this is just the simple part of it. This doesn't show you how you actually make the calls, all right? So we will get into that. Now, this, you got the recording. You can record your calls. You can make notes. So this shows you what was happening for the day. You see the times. This is what ended out for my day. All right. Now, the next thing that you got in CallRail, and there's a lot of things that you can do in CallRail. For one, from tracking unique callers. So that's kind of people who are calling you, inbound, basically, and then voicemails, text conversations, and then activate form tracking. So you can do forms and all type of stuff. But what we're going to do is go right here to reports. So I'm going to show you guys how you actually set up the whatchamacallit. So when you go right here to reports, you will see, oh, no, it's not. It's tracking. All right, so you go right here to tracking, and then you press call flows. I can't be showing y'all all my numbers, man. Call flows. All right, so call flows, as you can see, I pretty much use this one, direct to voicemail PRI. So it has 5 numbers attached to it. So with this voicemail, instead of when someone called and it goes to my regular voicemail, you're able to set up a call flow, which makes it go to your recorded voicemail, whichever you decide. So this is what my call flow looked like for all of my, business numbers, basically. So it goes forward call to my number, and you can't see that, but that's my actual number right here. And it forwards to there, and then it prevent voicemail and automated systems from answering the call. So my voicemail at my real number cannot answer the call. And then if the destination does not answer within 30 seconds, then go to the next step, right? So if I don't answer the phone, then it'll go to the next step. So if call is not answered, it goes right here. And then I just got a recording that I play. So that's literally it. And then once they call, it goes to my actual cell phone, and then it rings. And the great part about it is because when you have so many numbers, you need to know, who's calling from where. So I have it set up where it says, caller from Cincinnati is calling, right? Seller from Cincinnati is calling. Buyer from Cincinnati is calling. Just different things like that. Whatever market that I'm doing, right? If it's a different market, it'll say buyer from X market is calling. Seller from X market is calling. So it's like split up in that different way. That way you are able to figure out, you switch your train of thought to who's actually giving you a call without it just going right into it. Kind of like Google Voice, right? Google Voice, you don't really know who is calling unless you have the pre-setup of the person saying their name, which that's not really, it's not the best thing to do because it shows that you have a Google Voice. You feel me? All right. So this is that. Now I want to show you guys, I want to take you inside the app to show you exactly how you make the calls. What do you do, like in the app? How do you send text messages? And also how the call log looks inside of the app. All right. Now let's go ahead and take a look at it. So when you open up the CallRail app, it looks like this. Now, as you can see, this is the call log, right? So everything on the call log, it shows people who's called me today, and it shows, their which number they've called, because I have different like number labels. And then also these are the recordings. So the ones that have recording on it is showing that there's a recorded conversation there. Now, I'm not going to take you into the recorded conversation. That's not what this video is for, but maybe another time. So with this, just know that you'll be able to record your conversation, right? So then from here, you got messages. So with the messages, you can send your messages. It's like a tweet. So your messages can be no longer than 140 characters. If it's longer than 140 characters, then you are not allowed to send it, or you have to send it like in a different message, kind of break up your messages. So this is what it looks like. And again, I'm not going to go into it because, make it simple. And then no form submissions. If you have forms, it'll be right there. Now you go right here to the calls, and this is how you make a call, right? Now you press this button. So I'm going to have to block out information right here on the right side of the screen. It'll be blocked out. But on the right side of the screen, when it says your number, it's your phone number. So it's my actual phone number. Like I was telling you guys, it calls your real phone. So then company, it's your company, whatever your company is. And the reason why it says that is because you can have different companies attached to different numbers. So you can have one company with 4 numbers, then another company with 6 numbers, right? Now, caller ID is which phone number you're using. Now remember, you can have phone numbers really anywhere, up to 10 of them on your phone, right? So on this actual app, you can have up to 10. Now, the reason why I have 12 is because my phone number on my actual phone, and I also have Google Voice, so that's 12. But with this, dialer, the CallRail, you have 10 of them with the basic plan, right? Now, we'll get into price here in a second, but I want to show you guys how you place a call. So basically, this is it with the call from here. And actually, it'll take me out. So it's going to kick me out of the screen recording. So I'm not even going to do that. But basically, it'll call you, and it'll say, press 1 to connect the call. So then it'll call your actual phone, and then you'll connect the call, and then it'll call out to the desired number that you're looking to call. So that is everything you guys need to know. Let me see. Oh, yeah, that's it. All right. So from there, guys. That's everything you need to know with the actual CallRail app. Now from here, you got to decide if this is something that's worth it for you and your business. Now I'll let you know the prices. So the prices of CallRail for the basic plan, for the plan with 10 phone numbers, you have to pay $49.99. So it comes with up to 10 phone numbers, and you can have 500 minutes. So they do the minutes thing. Now the good thing is, if you're using like an auto dialer or something, you're not being charged for those minutes because you're using the phone of the auto dialer. The only time you'll be charged is when they call you back on this phone, and then you'll be able to be charged the actual minutes because you're using the number minutes to actually speak to the person, not connected through the Mojo Dialer system or whatever dialer system you use. So that's the good part about it. If you do go over, they charge you an extra like 50 cents or 25 cents per minute. And then they have another plan, and I believe that one is like $99, and that's for like an unlimited or like 1,500 minutes. All right. Now you can fact check me on all that. You can go ahead and click the link in the description. I'll make sure I add the CallRail link for you. Actually, go ahead and Google CallRail yourself. Now, I ain't about to add it. So I got you. I'll add it in there. And you can check out the link, see if it's worth it for you guys. But now you know how I have 12 phone numbers on one phone. And as long as your heart is in each step, guys, then you are already a success. If you haven't already, visit successshopping.com to shop successfully. As always, get to stepping.